Welcome to this overview of search traffic, focusing now on links to your site. So it's probably quite obvious that this is links to your site, and what you have here is a big list of links to your site and also the most linked content, i.e. what pages are linked the most. So it's probably easier just to look at your most linked content first. If we click on that, we can see that's our home page. Then below that you can see our royalty-free images page has been linked to 35 domains, and then from there it's actually listed by links. You can do it by source domains, I think, which would probably be more helpful. So web design, so that page has been linked to, it's been linked to 42 domains, and also the royalty-free images, as I said, has been linked to 35. So we published a story about Weebly, so that's been linked 14 times, and then our portfolio, some Sydney stuff, and some SEO tips. So that's probably, a very sort of normal, it's a normal picture for any web design company. If I go back to links to your site, and then I can look at who links the most, and this is very useful. So we've got one linked page with 1,400 links from something called 3 Cookies. This is just a general blog of somebody's, but for some reason they've created a site which replicates their link backs on every page, which is crazy. So that's why, and it must have 1,428 pages. So the next one is all sites, which is it's like a directory listing. So once again, that's probably done the same thing. Directory bins, it's done the same thing. Yellow pages. So what you can see is these things normally, they normally just create sort of links within links, and it's not as if you have created a link or someone else has created a link 227 times on that site. It's just the way it's automatically created. So Meetup is the same story. WordPress, we have some plugins, that's the same story. Reddit, same story. Dribble, same stories. Behance and stuff like that. Now we've got some sort of strange looking stuff here, like publicaccountant.org.au and Taranaki Kiwi. For stuff that we don't like, and we'll be talking about that later, we basically just disavow it. If it's kind of a bit of a sketchy link that we didn't create, it's like, we don't want to be associated with this. We don't want people from taranaki.iwi.nz coming to us. There's nothing wrong with them. It's just not relevant, and I just don't want Google to think that we're creating these links. So they will be disavowed, but actually they already have, but they still show up here. But we'll be talking about that in a further tutorial you can find on our channel. And the same with the cover guy. So you can see Pinterest has link backs to us, Vimeo, NewsBlur, and carrying on like that. So yeah, the links to the site is quite helpful. If you do click on it, say if we click on yellow pages, then we can see that there's one link. It's one domain linking back 227 times, and the page it's linked to is that one. So basically the best way to explore this is just to sort of have a click through and see, okay, I want to see what's on Meetup. So where's that linking me back? It's linking me back to the home page. So someone's created some sort of a link to us there. Yes, so anyway, that's the overview of that. What you can see is how your data is linked. So more or less for every HTML link back to you, whether or not it's the way that you've been referred to in an article, or sort of how you've blogged something online is like a guest blogger or something, then the hyperlink is going to be this. So for whatever reason, this is just a list. This isn't in any sort of sequential order. Like if I type in my name, I can probably see it because I've put myself as a commenter on things, and then it's linked back to me, to the website. So you can see some like 3 amazing tips for sharpening your icons. This list just goes on and on and on. Actually, no, it only goes up to 200. But you can see there, that's a very useful thing to see, all the ways which you've been linked back. So if you're being linked back for things like, and I hate to say it, but things like, I don't know, like Viagra or something, I would track down those and get them deleted. Actually, I'll just check if we have no, because sometimes these spam bots take over and it's absolutely nuts. So we just want to sort of keep this nice and clean. Make sure you go through this, review it, and the same thing with links to your site. If you go through this, and don't worry about your most linked content to start. It's best, we recommend, just to download this table and basically go through it and just sort of see what you don't like, what shouldn't be linked to you, because this will affect your optimization. If you're being associated, say for example you're a hotel and you're being associated to, I don't know, like a walnut farm, this is very random, then you probably don't want to be associated to a walnut farm, in a completely different country. And sometimes bad SEO happens like that. Sometimes, you've done some short-sighted stuff which you didn't know, you just thought it was good at the time. Someone else has done it for you often. So in summary, just go through all your links, and what you don't like you can disavow, which we'll be covering further on. Thanks for watching. That's the takeaway from this, and I hope it's been helpful. Everything that you do, every part of Google Webmasters is useful. It may just look like, oh, there's some links and there's some information, but you can use it very much to your advantage. That's lovely. We'll see you at the next tutorial.